What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and in this video we're going to be doing reading for all my Scorpio Sun sign friends. If you were born between the dates of October 23rd and November 21st, then you are a Scorpio Sun sign, and this reading is for you. Today we're going to be taking a look at the month ahead for the month of August for all my Scorpio Sun sign friends. This spread is going to take a look at the past, present, and future energies, as well as what you should hold on to, let go of, lessons you're going to learn in the month of August. Basically, it's going to prepare you to face the month ahead in the best possible way. This is a general overall reading, so not everything is going to apply to everybody specifically, but if you want a reading tailored just for you, where I tap into your energies, and head on over to my Etsy shop. I got a bunch of listings you can look through over there. And we're going to be using the Morgan-Greer Tarot. This is a deck from the 70s. It's vibrant, it's colorful, it's full of life, and I really enjoy it. I think you will enjoy it too. So if you would, give me a moment to center myself and ask the tarot cards the question: what are the energies surrounding Scorpio for the month of August? Alright, that should do it. We will cut the deck and deal them out. Alright, and now we're going to ask the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck what spiritual message it has for Scorpio Sun signs in the month of August. Spiritual message for Scorpios. And we will be taking a look at that at the end. Alright, so let's see what we got here. First thing I'm noticing is a lot of major arcana. It signals to me that maybe some big things are happening in the lives of Scorpios, in our lives, since I am a Scorpio Sun sign. My brothers and sisters, welcome. So what we're going to do is take a look at these cards individually and then see what they have to say as a whole. And the first card we're going to look at is right here. This card represents the energies of last month, so the energies of July, and we've got Strength. Yeah, I'm getting the sense here that July was a time for growth. It was a time that we had to dig deep. Time for us to really show our mettle, what we're made of. And July was maybe a challenging month for a lot of us, but not so challenging that we failed. I think we really rose to the occasion. In the month of July, a lot of us probably faced some adversity. I know I did. And rising to the occasion seems to be the predominant energy here. We showed our strength in the month of July. And it was a time for us to learn about ourselves, to grow, to become better people because of the trials and tribulations that we went through. Not that July was like sending us through the ringer. Spirit never gives us more than we can handle. And in this case, we really did handle it well. And I think we had to dig deep, but we had it in us the whole time. So July ain't no thing but a chicken wing, basically. This card here represents the current energies, and we've got the Six of Pentacles. I think now's a time for giving and receiving. I'm feeling like there's a lot of maybe resources swirling around right now, whereas I know I personally felt some stagnation in the past. I think things are starting to happen now. I think there's going to be more opportunities now for you to give, and also more opportunities for you to receive. And remember that the more you receive, the more you give, and the more you give, the more you receive. So you got to have an open flow between these two things, so that you're allowing the energies to swirl and circle through you, rather than having any kind of blockages to either one of those things. And so, yes, I think like if there's any opportunities for you to make money, go ahead and jump on those right now. And if there's any opportunities for you to help someone or a group of people, jump on those right now, and you will find that doing either is going to help the other one, right? Giving is going to help you to receive, and receiving is going to help you to give. So that's what's happening now. This card here represents the energies of the future. We've got, of the next month, to be more specific, the month of August. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. I see a focus moving towards money, towards finances, towards career, towards work, towards our jobs in the month of August. I see a lot of us, moving in that area, putting more focus onto it. Whereas, maybe July was full of tribulations. August, I feel like, is going to be full of opportunities to grow and expand in the earthly realm, the grounded realm. And I also get the feeling of doing this from like a more loving, queen-like perspective, whereas the King of Pentacles is going to go after there and get what he wants, right? The Queen of Pentacles is going to be more emotional about it. She's going to do it from an emotional space, so that she's doing something that she loves. And I want to really stress that point, because I am getting the strong sense here of doing what you love to create abundance. And I know a lot of us don't love our day jobs, right? But you're either going to have to find a way to love it or change it, because in the month of August, I see us doing things that we want to be doing, that we feel areas where we feel we're most creative and most prosperous. So August seems like a time for moving into a space of abundance financially, possibly. So that's good news. I like to hear that. Over here, this card represents the energies that you should hold on to in the month of August. And we've got the Six of Wands. And Scorpios, we're all natural born leaders. I feel like most Scorpios I met are very independent, and people look up to us because we see things from a different perspective, and we're willing to take the lead if we feel like we need to. And this card is saying that this month, embrace your leadership qualities. Make sure that you're living from a very authentic and unique perspective, so that other people can see that. When other people see you living from an authentic life where you don't sacrifice, you don't compromise your morals and your love and your just core self, if you don't compromise that, people see that. And you don't have to say, hey, look at me, I'm a leader, in order to lead people. You just have to live that kind of life, and people will notice that, and either they'll lead, or they'll follow, or they won't. But that's not up for you to decide. And so I think a goal in the next month, and a goal for all our lives, is to live an authentic life, so that we can lead people into the next step of human evolution, basically. This card here represents biggest hurdles or obstacles we might face in the month of August. We've got the Emperor. Getting a feeling here of rules and regulations, like a boss, like an institution, like a father figure who is going to challenge us in the month of August, who's going to try to impose restrictions. Like I just said, we're leaders. We don't like restrictions. So I think that's going to be an issue. I can't get specific, since this is a general overall reading, and not everything's going to pertain to everybody, and it's not going to pertain in the same way. So for some of you, this might be your father. Others, it might be your boss. For others, still, it might be legal issues from the state or the countries that you live in. But for the most part, I'm getting the feeling of restrictions being placed upon you so that you're not as free as you want to be. And that's going to be an issue for us in the month of August, to break on through that, to still live an authentic life, either within these restrictions or finding a way around these restrictions, basically. So be on the lookout for that. And if that is an employer, then maybe it's a sign that you're not in the perfect job. You're not in the job that gives you the freedom to be you. And maybe take that as a sign, possibly. Okay? This card here represents what to let go of for the month of August. And we got the Hierophant. This is another card about kind of rules and restrictions and stipulations. And I think this card is saying that we need to be spiritually free. We don't want to be caught up in the rules and the laws because they're meant to kind of enslave us, right? So when facing whatever this Emperor energy is, whatever he brings to the table in the month of August, when facing that, this card is suggesting that you don't give in to it. This card is saying that you fight against that, realize how powerful you are spiritually, and that these rules and regulations don't really apply to you. They're just ways of control, modes of enslavement. And maybe in the 3D world you feel very restricted by them, but when you think spiritually, 4th, 5th, 6th dimensionally, you start to realize that no, they don't really affect you in any way, shape, or form. You're a sovereign being and you have free will, and don't allow anyone to place restrictions on you. So that is what this card is suggesting, is rebel against any laws, restrictions, or stipulations that are trying to be placed upon you in the month of August. So be on the lookout for that as well. This card here represents the energy of the people around you, the people in your life. Remember, this is a general energy for everyone in your life. It's not going to apply to every person in your life since we're all individuals. But the general overall energy is the 7 of Wands. And I'm getting the feeling of battling back, of having to fight, not physically, not necessarily physically, but having to defend your position. So people may be challenging you a little bit. As these laws and rules are placed upon you, you're going to feel challenged, and you're going to feel like you have to defend yourself, and it's going to be a little bit of a struggle. It's going to be difficult. So keep that in mind as you go through this month. It's not going to be all peaches and cream and hunky-dory. It's going to be a little bit of a struggle to make people see things the way that you see them. And it's going to be an issue for us in the month of August because, when we're so unique and so individualistic, the society around us tends to fight against that. We don't like mavericks in this society. We like people who fall inside boxes that we can label. So when you fall outside the box, you're going to get some blowback from the world around you. And I get the feeling that's what's going to happen. I don't get the feeling that this is going to be like a battle to the death, with people around you. But you are going to be challenged and, asked basically to defend your beliefs and your thoughts and opinions and your feelings. So don't shy away from it. As this Hierophant says here, that we should fight against that. Don't give in to that sort of thing. So embrace the fighting. Don't take it personally. But and show rather than tell as much as humanly possible. Show people, don't tell people. If at any point you feel like you have the opportunity to teach somebody something, show it to them. Don't preach to them as much as possible. All right. This card here represents the biggest lesson we're likely to learn in the month of August, and we've got Ace of Rods. Oh, well, that's out of left field. So let me go into this card and see what this card is saying. Okay, this card to me is saying embrace new opportunities. I guess this Queen of Pentacles here is also representing a new financial opportunity. And this card is saying that, when new opportunities come along, it's best to say yes, right? Allow them to take roots because, it is change, and a lot of people kind of rebel against change, and they're afraid of change, and they don't like it. But you have to remember that all change is positive, and the change is coming to improve your life. So don't shy away from it. Don't run away because it's for the better. And I think this card is saying that there may be a new opportunity that comes up, and we're going to have to learn to embrace the newness, right? It's so easy to get just, very satisfied with where you're at in life and not desire any kind of change. And if change does come, we kind of look past it. But this card is saying that that's going to be a lesson for us to learn, is that this month it's a time for us to maybe embrace change because it's for the best. It's what the universe is telling us is for the best. So if there is some sort of change on the horizon this coming August, don't be afraid. Do look at it from all the angles with your mind, body, and soul, but don't just dismiss it automatically as oh, change, ew, right? All right, so let's go back and see what these cards are saying as a whole. Definitely get the feeling that we're coming out of a period of just being tested, being tried, and proving ourselves resilient. Now, as we have proven that we're resilient to ourselves and maybe even to others, it's time for us to start interacting more with the world and giving more and receiving more, so that we're an integral part of the energetic economy of this world, so that we're more open. And that is going to lead to more financial opportunities. It's going to lead to more abundance coming our way. And hopefully it'll lead to more financial prosperity for a lot of us. So that's a good sign in the month of August. Be sure that you're setting an example for others to follow. If you know, let's say if you don't have children, but let's say you do have a child, and you want to show them the best way to live their life. Do you say, okay, do this, do this, do this? Or do you just live your life that way and give them an example, be a beacon for them? That is the best way to teach other people. So make sure that you're living an authentic life, one that is worthy of being followed, so that people can see and follow themselves for the highest good. Be wary of people trying to impose restrictions on you. People trying to dominate you or control you. You're not to be controlled. You're here to be unique. You're here to fit outside the mold, and you're here to not have a label. So do not allow anything like that to happen. Do fight against it, definitely. If you feel that happening, do show people who you truly are. Do not be embarrassed. It's not embarrassing to be your true, authentic self. Once you can get past that, I think a whole new world unlocks, and the methods of control start to evaporate over you. So keep that in mind. That's going to be probably a theme running through this month, of the month of August. So keep track of that, and make sure that you're not coalescing to any coercion. I like those words. Okay, and then the people around you probably going to ask you to defend your position, and you're going to have to lead by example, and remember to show and not tell as much as humanly possible. And be open to any new opportunities, new experiences, new hobbies, any new actions that might lead to a better life for you. So just realize that all change is good, and if change shows itself, don't shy away, don't be scared, embrace it. Alright, that is the spread. Before we go, we're going to take a look at the Keepers of the Light Oracle. We asked it what spiritual message it has for Scorpios in the month of August, and we have Lord Shiva, Transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force, steps are being given, dance with the universe. Oh, okay. I think this is going hand in hand with these three cards here. I think I do see a transcendence here. I do see a shift from a period of finding our inner strength, opening up to the world, and then allowing the world to give us abundance. I think that's the theme for the next 2 months, or the last month and this month, coming month. So that's going to be the theme here. I think Lord Shiva is echoing that it's time for a transcendence. It's time for you to realize your true potential, your true power, and then put that into the world and hit a new plateau, a new level of self-understanding, and so that you can be a beacon for others to guide them through this darkness, the dark times that we're living in. So that is the message from Shiva. Thank you, Shiva. I like that message a lot, actually. Alright, that is going to be the reading for today. I hope you got something out of that. Remember, this is a general reading. It's not going to apply to everyone in a specific way. So take what works for you, leave the rest. If you do want a more specific reading tailored just for you, then head on over to my Etsy shop. The link is in the description and in the card, so you can click on that and head on over there and check out what kind of spreads and readings I offer. I really appreciate it if you go check that out. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. It lets me know that I did something well, and lets me know that you got something out of it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, then put those in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And if you really enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing so that you stay up to date on all these videos, which I release regularly. Alright guys, I really do appreciate you tuning in. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Have a great month. Happy tarotting. Peace.